Hello, good evening, everyone, or afternoon, depending on where you are. Welcome to day two, as we're going to do an art activity today. As I stated that we would yesterday, today is going to be an art activity with regards to celebrating Creative Arts Therapies Week. So, if this is your first time, you were not with us yesterday to see our drama therapy technique, you can still go back and look at that. I decided to do this one out at the park. It's a beautiful day. As you can see, the sun is shining. And I wanted to give you kind of a what we call it's gonna be a Trace It Tuesday. So we're gonna call it. So it's twofold Tuesday. I'm gonna give you two different activities that will help with anxiety or stress. And this art activity has some embodiment in it as well. As I talked about yesterday, what drama therapy is. Drama therapy is movement or practicing for life, right? So it's absolutely a technique to be able to help you to address whatever the concerns are that you're wanting to make better, right? So I did mask work Monday on yesterday. Today is Trace It Tuesday. So each day I'm going to start with a check-in. And today, since we're using art, we're going to use a color check-in. And so for those who may not know me, if I haven't introduced myself already, I'm Theresa White. I am a registered drama therapist. Not trauma, TR, but I am a trauma therapist as well, but drama, DR, drama therapist. And drama is a therapy modality that helps the body speak and give voice to those things that have been locked up in your system, whether that's the nervous system, emotional system, whether that's your physical system, whatever it may be. And we help you to release that in a safe, healthy, and sometimes a great fun way. I always want it to be fun, right? I'm always a therapist that doesn't just want to sit and do talk therapy only. I'm your non-traditional innovative therapist. So we're going to do a very simple art therapy activity or art activity that I use that I can use in therapy to help somebody ground themselves. This is going to be an art activity that's going to help with anxiety or stress. So as we talk about our check-in, a check-in is just a way to see kind of where we're starting, where you are. It's almost like your GPS where you actually put in your coordinates or like where your location is right now. So check in like we did yesterday. If your mood was a color today, what color would you be and why? And as I tell people that I'm working with, your color can be whatever you say it is. Or it means whatever you say it means. So red doesn't always mean anger. For some people, blue is not always sad. Blue can be calm, or be peaceful, or blue can be exciting. It can be whatever you say it is, right? So today, mine is a teal turquoise color, right? That's what my color would be, my mood color. And it's because I have had some stressful things happen today. I had to go to a doctor's appointments, and I'm not always fond of doctor's appointments, and have been in some pain. Yet the day has ended on a positive note. That appointment was very like the nurse there that was very empathetic and very caring. And it really made me feel a lot better. So it lifted that heaviness that I was feeling. And so the sun being out and hitting my skin, and it being nice and warm out here. Well, it's a little chilly, but the sun is making the warmness. I always enjoy being out in nature. It calms me. It makes me feel better. So that's what this is today. So I'm going to use something that's like right in my space because this is the activity that's going to help you no matter where you are, right? So if you have paper, use paper. If not, use whatever you have. I have paper, but I'm also going to use a napkin because sometimes when you're stressed or if say you're in your vehicle, you don't always have, paper and pen on hand. So when we do a Trace It Tuesday, this activity is just like it sounds, trace it, right? So I have me a napkin that I'm going to use, and I have a pen. So if I had the color in sessions, if I had the color turquoise or whatever color mood that person would have, they would grab that color. And then we would just make a circle, right? Like not a circle, but an actual dot in the middle of whatever you are using, paper, napkin, whatever you may be using. Or you can do it in the middle of your hand. If you don't have paper. But for the purpose of this being an art activity, we're going to use paper. And so you're going to just trace and you can make that circle or that dot as large or as small as you want it to be. And just for about 15 seconds, you're going to just circle. So you may see me, and mine is like, it looks purple because my pen is purple. You're going to just circle it. And then after that, without lifting your utensil, marker, color pencil, whatever it may be, you're going to just make a, kind of a circle all the way around. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. You can see that. And, and you're going to feel the paper, right? And just keep going until you get to the outskirts of the paper. And what that does is that, as we talked about yesterday with those fingertips and the calming sensations that take place in your fingertips, typically when people are stressed, they're already wringing their hands, right? When you're having anxiety and you may feel really anxious, it helps calm with an anxiety attack as well. So you just take something and or a utensil, some paper, or what, again, my napkin, because this is what I have right now, but I have paper as well. But I want to give you something that can be realistic. You may not always have paper with you. And you can just make your dot and then just trace without lifting your paper or lifting your utensil, and just keep going till you feel your system calm down. Because what you're going to do, that's going to regulate your nervous system and calm. As you do that, you're going to be able to breathe. If you're doing it with just your hand, take the middle of the palm of your hand. You can do it with your thumb, right? And you just make that circular motion. And then you can just go outside your hand and go all the way till you get to the outskirts of your fingers, right? Then you can rewind and backtrack, and then you're going to come right back to the center, right back to the center. And so that's a nice, and of course, as I said before, the thumbs are a really, I guess I would say, strong way to be able to calm your system. So if you're using your hand, that's okay as well. But in our activity, you're going to do it on paper. So you can actually make what we call what I call a stress circle, stress wheel, right? To be able to relieve that stress, let it go. And so that image, when you get done with it, should look like kind of like the circle as I showed you. But once it's big, it can look like, I don't know if you remember the it's not Daffy Duck, but it's Animaniacs, a little baby duck on Animaniacs that would be like, water go down the hole. Water go down the hole. That's what this is, my stress hole. And stress go down the hole. So whatever stressors that you're having, then we can do some work around this particular art activity to put in whatever your stressors are, and motion it or embody it to go down whatever this hole is. And then after you get done with it, you can throw it away. You can write or color inside whatever the stressors are, and color whatever that color is inside the different, I'm going to show you inside those different lines. So say it's money. Today, money was stressing me. Say it's food, family. So whatever it may be, you can have all of it. You can just see it, the imagery of it going down the hole. When you get done with it, you can keep it, or you can ball it up and throw it away. And so it's a nice way to relieve stress using art, using the trace motion. Remember, we talked about yesterday with using, when people color, and you love to color because it's a lot of times it calms people down. It's because you're using your hand, first of all, where the sensory is really high connected to your nervous system. And then if you are coloring, right, it's a very focused activity. So then it shifts your brain from whatever you're stressing about, whatever you're thinking about that's bringing stress, and it calms you. So this is one of those activities as well. And the circular motion is, again, that focus. So the same way that I asked you yesterday, I would love to hear what your favorite creative arts therapies are. As a drama therapist, mine is drama. Drama therapy is my favorite creative arts therapies. So we have music, spoken word or poetry. There's art therapy. There's drama therapy and dance and movement therapy. So as I said yesterday, we're going to do some more this week. So each day we're going to come live and give a different activity each day. So tomorrow we'll be back at our regular 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be live again to show you a dance movement therapy activity that you can do that will help address a concern. Today's concern as a Trace It Tuesday, But also, I purposely did it in the area of nature because nature is a natural calmer as well. Hence the word, it's natural. So it's a nice grounding technique. So the sun hitting my skin, I can actually take this moment and purposely or intentionally focus my mind on that sensation that's hitting my skin. What does it feel like? How warm is it? Right. And I can focus on that instead of the things that were stressing me or what I may have listed on my stress wheel, right? Or my stress hole, So if you're in outside, of course, you can step out into the grass. That's a great way as well to get into nature, but we'll get a little bit more into the movement activity tomorrow to be able to help address some frustrations, some anger that may be present. So thank you so much for joining today with our art activity. Hopefully it helped you. I hope you practice using it. As we talked about yesterday, I hope that you have been walking around intentionally for those who were present during our mask work Monday to walk around and loving on yourself. And so today I had to practice that because as I was in some pain, I was not feeling great with loving on myself. And so the nurse reminded me to give myself some grace. Right. And so that shifted my mind back into, yes, you're going to be loving on yourself this week, Theresa. Love on yourself. So each day I'm going to give you a challenge that you can take to use. So if you're stressed or something comes to mind and you're like, I can't really shift, I can't focus, I can't think, this is also a focus activity. So for those who may be struggling with concentration and it keeps distracting or you keep being distracted, what do we see our children do a lot of times in school? They're doodling. But this is an actual activity that can help them to focus so they can get back to what they need to be looking at. So, in celebration again of Creative Arts Therapies Week, as we celebrate the wonderful work of creative arts therapists and what we all do to be able to help bring healing, joy, and transformation to the world. Hope that you were able to learn something. If you're watching this after the live, please put in the comments what your favorite out of that list, if you have one. If you don't have one, I want to hear about that too. You say, I don't have a favorite. But if so, put in the comments your favorite creative arts therapies. Which one is it? Is it music? Is it dance and movement? Is it drama? Or the art, the theater, performing arts? Is it spoken word and poetry? Or is it art? Are you the painter, the molder? I know some people who do crochet, and I think some kind of way we need to figure out a way to put that as part of the creative arts therapies. So we got to figure that out because I know some people that can do some phenomenal crocheting, different from hats to shoes to bags to all the things that they do. So again, as I said, thank you so much. I want to keep you on this wonderful Tuesday. You have a blessed and beautiful rest of your day. Hopefully, if the sun is shining where you are, hopefully you are enjoying this beautiful day. I'm going to give you a scan of the park, and just as you can see, um, just the nice, how beautiful it is. Thank you for joining. Um, if you want more information about my services or how to get in touch with me to be able to use my services as a drama therapist, you're welcome to reach out to me, send me a message, and I will get back to you. Have a blessed and beautiful day. See you tomorrow.